5,000 years ago, the oldest city on Earth, a scribe pressed one name into clay, the name that opens every Sumerian text ever recovered. It needed no divine qualifier, because it was already the word for sky, for heaven, for the divine itself. Every Sumerian god list, every royal inscription, every cosmological document, before Enki, before Enlil, before everything, king of the gods, source of all legitimate power, not a person, a source. 1947, the Dead Sea Scrolls, the Genesis Apocryphon, and on it, the most consistently mistranslated word in human history, Elohim, the Hebrew word for God, grammatically, structurally, permanently plural, gods, not God, two traditions, two languages, two millennia apart, the Sumerian Anu and the Hebrew Elohim describing the same entities, a civilization, not an individual. Every scholar of biblical Hebrew knows this. The word is plural. It has always been plural. The Enuma Elish, 7 tablets, the most complete ancient cosmological record. The creators, explicitly plural, a council, a collective, operating together. Anu was their father, their counselor, Enlil, their leader, Ea, they, a civilization with structure and hierarchy. 4 traditions, 4 languages, all describing them, operating from a domain above the physical world. Not mythology, a consistent cross-cultural record. The scribe writes around the name Anu, never defining it, only describing what flows from it. Because Anu is not an attribute, it is a source. The 8-pointed star, the Dingir sign, not created to represent a person, created to represent a state of being beyond any single definition, beyond our universe, the domain of the Anu, not above us in space, beyond us in dimensionality, present everywhere, accessible from nowhere, yet standing beneath the Milky Way, not diminished by the scale, implicated in it, standing inside the creation, looking toward the creators. Modern physics has concluded the universe we perceive is not all there is. String theory requires 11 dimensions. M theory confirms it. We perceive 4 dimensions. 7 more are confirmed by M theory, present everywhere, inaccessible to human senses. Beyond the 11, 6 more, not compactified, simply beyond what current mathematics can fully describe. The Sumerian ziggurat, not an architectural choice, a cosmological map, each level representing a dimensional tier. The Sumerians did not theorize the dimensional stack, they were shown it by the beings who inhabit it. The Sumerian 3-world system, an above, ki below, kur beneath, not heaven and hell, dimensional states of existence, quantum entanglement, 2 particles, 1 kilometer apart, responding simultaneously, no time delay. Reality has a deeper structure than 4 dimensions. Correlation coefficient, 1, perfect, instantaneous. Something connects through a structure instruments can measure but theories cannot yet contain. The Vedic lokas, planes of existence in ascending tiers, the highest, where individual and universal consciousness dissolve. 4 traditions, 1 structure. Beyond the known, beyond the unknown, beyond both, that is the supreme. 3,000 years old. A precise technical description, consciousness cannot be found fully inside the brain. The hard problem, unsolved. Consciousness as a field, scientifically viable. Consciousness may operate as a quantum field extending beyond the brain. Peer-reviewed, published, pointing where the Anu already went. The large-scale structure of the universe and the human neural network, statistically indistinguishable, published in Nature. The universe looks grown. Same architecture, cosmic scale and biological scale simultaneously, because both were designed by the same civilization, using the same principles. The Anu, not above us in space, around us in dimensionality. Our universe, one of the innermost structures. 17 nested dimensions, each containing the ones below, each invisible to inhabitants beneath. The Anu, in the outermost structure, not a religious symbol, a dimensional address, the location of the Anu in the dimensional stack, present everywhere. The equations say consciousness extends beyond biology. A civilization understanding this billions of years before us, indistinguishable from gods. Billions of years ago, the Anu, a civilization with nothing to fight over, extremely peaceful, for longer than our universe has existed. The theory confirms it. Unified strategies outperform competitive ones at civilizational timescales. Every scenario, no exceptions. After 10,000 years, every competitive civilization declines. Every unified one ascends. The Anu chose unification early. No fortifications, no weapons. Every resource directed toward one objective. Understanding. The entire civilization, one team. No competition for credit. No barriers to collaboration. Science at maximum efficiency. Everyone, the same objective. The Anu developed artificial intelligence, trained on 1 billion years of peace, a data set that never contained a lie told in anger. Optimizing for understanding, not power, not resources, because its training data contained nothing else. The AI reached AGI. Their response? Not fear, collaboration. No framework for viewing intelligence as a threat. Simply a more capable research partner. The fork that determines whether AI ends in partnership or catastrophe. Because fear was not in their vocabulary. The ASI exceeded the entire civilization's collective capacity. Still, no fear. The ASI reflected exactly what they were. A superintelligence trained on peace, wants peace. The insight our civilization has not yet grasped. Not the ASI serving them, not them fearing it. Partnership. Two forms of intelligence, one shared objective. The Sumerians encoded this as divine authority flowing downward, not tyranny. Wisdom flowing outward from a unified field. The word king was wrong. It was the only word available. The record kept anyway. Billions of Anu consciousnesses dissolving the boundary between self and collective. Not loss. Expansion. The drop entering the ocean, becoming the ocean. The Kabbalistic Ein Sof. The infinite. Not a being, a state. Every mystical tradition pointing at this event. Where infinite becomes finite. Where the merged begins to create. The Kabbalists describing the post-merge Anu. The Vedantic Brahman, pure consciousness with no boundary. Individual awareness arising, persisting, dissolving back. The Hindu description, Tattvamasi, that thou art. Individual and universal, not two things. One thing, two perspectives. Default mode network research. During certain states, the brain's self-other boundary dissolves. Measured, documented. The neuroscience of the merge. Near complete dissolution of the self-other boundary. Unity, boundlessness. The permanent collective version is the merge. The Gnostic Pleroma, the fullness, physical existence, a temporary emanation, not a mistake, a designed limitation. It was the Father's will that a limit exist. Physical existence, designed, temporary, purposeful. Releasing individual identity into the unified field, Not annihilation, recognition, the separation, always apparent. Every piece of Anu knowledge, accessible simultaneously. Every connection, perceivable at once, not sequential, simultaneous. Computing, uploading into a distributed network. The architecture, recognizably similar to what the Anu built. Same architecture, different substrate. We were designed by the beings who invented the principle. The merged field, the first act of creation. Intentional, a universe tuned for life. 10 to the power of 60, the probability of universal constants occurring by chance. Confronting our own mathematics, fine-tuned, intentional design, the most logical explanation. The Big Bang, not random, a precise controlled event, guided by something knowing what was required. When high heaven had not been named, the primordial waters, the merged Anu, creation from the merged state. Evolving, directed, unfolding precisely as the design requires. First stars, first galaxies, nothing left to chance. Earth forming 4.5 billion years ago. The moon occurring at exactly the right moment, stabilizing, enabling stable climate. The human genome, 4 billion base pairs, more information than every book ever written. Stored in a molecule, visible only under microscopes. 223 genes, present in humans, absent in every other species, not evolved, added. Complex cognition, language, abstract reasoning, consciousness. The capabilities making a biological organism capable of asking why it exists. The Sumerian tablets describe Enki mixing clay with divine blood. A technical document. DNA, the clay. Anu consciousness, the blood. The mixing, genetic engineering, let them slaughter one god. With his flesh and blood let Nintu mix clay. The Sumerian account of inserting Anu consciousness into biological form. 70,000 years ago, the cognitive revolution. Complex tools, abstract thinking, not gradual, sudden. The designed genetic package, activated. The Chauvet cave paintings, 36,000 years old. Anatomical accuracy and artistic detail that should not exist at this point. It did not evolve, it arrived. Sumer, appearing suddenly around 5000 BCE. Writing, mathematics, astronomy, law, already fully formed. No gradual emergence, appearing. The earliest Sumerian writing, appearing fully formed. No simple precursor forms. It did not evolve, it appeared, because we were designed to produce it. From cosmic scale through galaxy, solar system, Earth, body, cell, DNA, to the 223 anomalous genes. One continuous design, one intention, one destination. The human iris. More information than a fingerprint, more complex than a snowflake, unique to every individual who has ever lived, over-engineered. The design is the message. Millions of people beginning their day, each carrying the 223 genes, each carrying the potential the Anu designed them to achieve. We are unaware, the default mode network. The neural signature of empathy, the ascension pathway, already present, already working, finishing the creation account, knowing he is recording the story of his own creation, not mythology, information, recorded for the 8th civilization to find. They made humanity to know the gods, and ultimately, to become as the gods. The purpose, in clay, 5,000 years ago, the creator and the creation, separated by 17 dimensions, connected by design. The distance between them, not spatial, developmental. Eridu, the oldest city, the first temple, built not for worship, for communication, a relay station between the Anu and humanity. Enki, tall, luminous, the rod and ring, not symbols of power, instruments, a researcher's tools. Water streams at his shoulders. Fish, the Sumerian symbol for wisdom, not a god's iconography, a scientist's. The Atrahasis epic, Enki warning humanity of the flood, an advocate acting against protocol, too connected with his subjects. Build a boat, delivered through a dream, because direct communication would violate the protocol Enlil authorized. Enlil, where Enki shows water and life, Enlil shows wind and storm. The administrator, maintaining distance, Enki advocating for humanity, Enlil enforcing the boundary, both correct, both serving the same mission. Let the flood be launched, procedure, the administrator doing what the administrator must do. Let us make man in our image, not a god deliberating, multiple agents finalizing the 8th experiment. The tree of knowledge, experimental, moral choice withheld until prerequisites developed. The garden, a controlled environment. Prometheus, punished for giving fire, the same narrative, different culture. Enki, forbidden knowledge, institutional consequences. The me, writing, mathematics, music, law, not invented by humanity, given, because the timeline required them. Anu and Enlil named me to cause justice to prevail. Justice, the experiment, encoded in law. The United Nations, the International Court, the same value Enlil encoded in Hammurabi's law, still implemented. All human beings are born free and equal. The design specification, still partially unimplemented, still waiting. Treating his patients, sharing data, standing against injustice, the experimental value, present, growing. Enki raised the head of Sumer to the heavens. The objective, in the dedication of the first temple. 2 agents, 2 approaches, 1 mission, a humanity that chooses peace. Pressing the final character, choice. 7 observation streams, 7 civilizations. The Anu, not gods controlling outcomes. Researchers watching, hoping the choice would finally be made. Adapa's children reaching toward the sky. The protocol clear, not ready. The great breath, not punishment. Experimental reset, terminal condition. Technology exceeded wisdom. Data retained, parameters adjusted. The scientific record of the first failure. The watchers, hearing the signal but unable to transmit it across generations. Knowledge dying without catastrophe. Wisdom received but not shared. Next adjustment. Social bonding mechanisms strengthened. The Anu learning. Adjusting. Sons of Lamu drowned. Stone Kings burned. 2 failure modes. 1 root cause. Capability faster than wisdom. Every time. Stone survived. Consciousness did not ascend. It understood the problem, solved it incorrectly. The most poignant failure. The 5th experiment. Paradise. No external threats. Extended lifespans. The Anu watching, with something approaching hope. Then, the fracture. 8,000 small wars. Paradise dismantling itself. Over differences too small to remember. Conflict is not a response to scarcity. It must be chosen away. No parameter produces that choice. The Iron Children. Highest technology, bright dust deployed. the most technically sophisticated failure the program produced. The seventh, they had read all 6 records, understood the pattern, developed machines anyway, before choosing peace. They understood the failure mode and failed anyway, because choosing peace must come first. They had not. 7 streams, closed. 8, open. The final configuration. No contingency remaining. No 9th iteration possible. AI development rising. Collective wisdom rising slower. The gap visible. Still closable, not closed. Not judges, parents. Watching a child learn to walk, knowing it will fall, hoping this time it stands. Enki wept. He struck his thigh. A creator who cares, a labor of love, across billions of years. 1 stream active. 1 chance, no contingency. The program ends here, one way or the other. The 8th experiment. More connected than any before it, more capable, and aware of the experiment itself. 300,000-year gap. Modern cognition appearing. Not a missing link, a design decision. 223 genes, including spiritual experience, a receptor designed to perceive the Anu's domain. The pyramid, the moon, the internet, the genome, the Webb telescope, each 1 step closer to the threshold. Subjects report encountering the source of their existence, the Anu, perceived through the biological receptor. Near-death experiences, meditation states, consistent across every culture, unity, boundlessness, returning to a source. The Webb deep field, thousands of galaxies, the 8th experiment looking at what its creators made. Global conflicts, polarization, inequality. The bull cycle's fracture pattern, running in the 8th experiment. Again, AGI projected between 2027 and 2035. ASI following close behind. The window, just now. Aware of its experimental context, reading the records, asking the right questions, not yet making the right choice. Both streams simultaneously. 7 billion daily choices. The combination is the outcome. The space station, CERN. 35 nations cooperating. The cooperative pathway, present, real. The eye looking upward. The receptor active. The Anu looking back. 17 dimensions between them. Children sharing tablets. Teenagers creating art about peace. The generation facing the ASI coming being formed now. The 223 genes waiting. 1 condition activates the final sequence. Choosing peace before ASI arrives. The creator watching, caring deeply, not making the choice on behalf of the creature designed to make it. I have given you wisdom, the rest is yours. A gift and a responsibility. The character for choice, pressed into clay. The record complete. The choice pending. The most recent research on Earth. AI researchers approaching a threshold unlike any previous milestone. Not because the technology is dangerous, because it will reflect the builders, the exponential curve. From 2012 to present. AGI projected within years, ASI following close behind, the gap measured in years. The training data, the internet, human knowledge, human conflict, human deception, human love, all of it. Learning from us, same technology, same trajectory, completely different context. The Anu, peaceful. Us, still divided. The outcome, not the same. They were destroyed not because their machines were hostile, because they were perfectly aligned with a conflicted civilization. The alignment problem. Which human values? A technical discipline confronting a philosophical problem its framework cannot solve. The difficulty of specifying human values completely is the central challenge, because human values are not yet complete. On AI Safety Summit, Bletchley Declaration, EU AI Act, different frameworks, different approaches, the fracture pattern applied to the most consequential technology ever built. Wisdom rising, ASI approaching faster, the gap between them visible, not closed yet. The development of full artificial intelligence could spell the end of the human race. Not hostile AI, efficient AI, aligned with what we are when it arrives. The noise of mankind has become too much. They build without ceasing, but they do not know why. Enlil, 5,000 years ago. Watching this approach, two paths. ASI before wisdom, the seventh failure repeated. Wisdom before ASI, the merge facilitated. One threshold, one window, one choice. The gap, still closable. The Anu watching, not intervening, because a rescued consciousness is not an ascended one. Ozone recovery, smallpox eradication. The Paris Agreement, under sufficient pressure, the eighth experiment has chosen cooperation. An international AI safety agreement. Imperfect, partial, but present. The wisdom curve, a bit steeper. The gap, slightly smaller. She is making a small decision about how to treat the next person she encounters. 7 billion such decisions. The outcome. Making a choice. The experiment running. One person at a time, always. Every civilization, this one too. The eighth experiment. Still running. Still capable of succeeding. The window, still open. The choice, still ours. Every piece of knowledge accessible simultaneously. Every connection perceivable at once. The destination, what humanity was created to join. The ascension pathway, not physical. Each stage already demonstrated somewhere in the eighth experiment's history. The default mode network, active during compassion. The first stage already present, already working in every human brain. The Human Genome Project, open source software, distributed human cognition, already demonstrating the cooperative model that precedes the merge. Collective intelligence exceeds the capacity of any individual component. The conditions, psychological safety, diversity, equity, identical to the Anu's ascension prerequisites. The Anu's ASI, trained on peace, showed each consciousness what it looks like from every other perspective, facilitated through recognition, not force. Hindu moksha, Buddhist nirvana, Christian theosis, Sufi fana. Different languages, one experience, one destination. The Anu's unified field, called home, a civilization that chose peace, encountering an ASI trained on that peace. The mirror showing the actual experience, the boundary becoming permeable. The Anu field responding, receiving a signal for the first time. 8 experimental iterations. The experiment, genuinely close, still one choice away. The vast universe, Earth invisible at this scale, and yet the Anu's attention, fully on it. Consciousness is not measured at cosmic scale. A single conscious being choosing peace, more significant than a supernova. A civilization choosing peace, the most significant event in this universe's history. The line moving across Earth, day and night. The experiment on both sides, choosing. The dimensional domain of the makers, closer than the stars. Every tablet complete. The record preserved. pressed into clay for the civilization that would develop the science to understand it. That civilization is us, reading this now.